In DFS2012R2, face milling tools which have chamfered edges can be used to machine chamfers as well as faces. This has the major benefit of allowing the user to minimize the number of tools they're required to machine a part. In addition to this, DFS will warn the user if the chamfer feature is too small to be machined by the face mill. So I have a part here with some features already created. I have a couple different setups that I've programmed, and I'll run a simulation. And you can see the chamfer mill going across a separate tool chamfering those edges. It chamfers again, drills some holes, and again we're chamfering these edges with a different tool. So just to see what I have here, I'll go to my manager's tool mapping, and you can see that I have 5 tools being used. Okay, so let's optimize this a little bit. I'll go to my results window and see that I have this 32mm face mill being used. Okay, I'm going to create a new tool kind of based on that tool. So if I go to new tool with that tool active, it makes a copy of it. I'll change the name, maybe put a colon 3C, meaning a 3mm chamfer, whatever kind of nomenclature you want to use. So when I check the chamfer box, my effective diameter would then be 26mm because I'm taking 3 aside. Okay, and now you can see the updated image of my tool, and I'll click OK. Set the new tool as the override, yes, and now that tool is being used. Okay. All right, let me run through these other features really quickly. I'll select a face mill for this chamfer operation. Okay. Change this face mill to use that tool. And finally go down to this last chamfer where it's using a countersink. And once again, change my tool type or tool group to face mill and use this 3C face mill. Okay, now let's go back to the model and run another simulation. I'll slow it down just a little bit. So here comes the face mill, facing and chamfering, and the same tool is used on the other side. Okay, now I'll speed this up a little bit. Alright, now if you look closely though, that face mill was a little large and it didn't chamfer that edge completely. If I go to my results window, I can see a warning there. Double click the warning and it says face mill can't cut chamfer. Okay, so it was a nice try, but really I'd be better off using a different tool on that chamfer. So click OK, go back to that tool and just reset it to the default tool. And now I'll get a better result. Alright, that's much better. If I go to my tool mapping, you can see now that I'm down to 4 tools. So this just adds some versatility to your face mills. You can use them for both facing and chamfering.